A local comic book store had a special sale on Batman Day, and they pulled out a bunch of long boxes and priced everything for $1 each. What did I get? Let's take a look. Okay, first pile. I've gone ahead and unbagged a lot of these. Some of these were bagged 2 to 3 per bag, and I just took them out. So let's take a look. New Teen Titans 26, first appearance of Terra. In the past couple of years, I've been picking up a lot of like Wolfman Perez Teen Titans because I love the run so much, and I always like picking up good quality comic books for cheap. And you know, for $1 a piece, sure. Some of these are kind of minor keys, like this one, but there's a lot of other good issues in this run. I was really happy and surprised to find early 80s Wonder Woman, because these aren't always easy to find, and I never see this stuff in dollar bins. The earlier 1980s Wonder Woman, the 70s stuff, had a lot lower print runs, so there are still a lot of collectors out there who like this stuff, and for $1 a piece, sure. 286, that was 285, 286. These also had backup stories of the Huntress. Oh, this one has also got a 4-page glossy insert. So, yeah. Paul Levitt's Joe Staton on that. 287 with a crossover by the New Teen Titans. I would say on the most part these are kind of nice, kind of 8.0, very fun copies. Some of them are a little bit better, some are a little bit worse. There's 288, 289. These would have kind of an interesting run of covers done by really good artists. Gene Colan, Dick Giordano. Number 290. Number 297, a great cover by Mike Kaluta. This is also a Canadian newsstand, or some people call it Canadian price variant. Even that much tougher to locate. Number 298, Frank Miller, Dick Giordano cover. Wow, pretty cool. Number 299, the anniversary issue, number 300. Here you got a copy of 301, covered by Ed Hannigan, Dick Giordano. I've been looking for Ed Hannigan covers lately. And another Ed Hannigan cover, number 302. I like the way he kind of messes around with the trade dress. Does some interesting stuff with covers. Number 302. We got a 70s issue of Defenders, Kirby cover, number 44. I wonder if okay. Got a couple of JLA issues here, number 197 and 198. I do believe this is Perez. Yep, these are a little beat up, but that's fine. Moon Knight Special Edition. These are reprints from his appearances in a magazine. Doesn't come to my mind. Got the Hulk in the back there. Great early Bill Sienkiewicz artwork, and he did some new covers for this series. This was around the time that Moon Knight came out as a new series and was very popular. These have wraparound covers. Here we got a Moon Knight number 6. Number 5. These used to be pretty expensive, just even a short period of time ago. They've come back down to earth, which is, I think, a lot more fair in terms of how they've been priced. But for $1 a piece, great cover by, I assume that's Dennis Cowan, Joe Jusko. But Moon Knight this first series is really well known for a lot of great artwork. Conan the King, Nice cover by Mike Kaluta. And here we got a copy of Detective 482. Notice the big Batman family trade dress. This is during the period of time where they merged these two titles because of the DC implosion, and to think that they almost canceled Detective. Wow, crazy. So this is probably the biggest find, my most valuable find in the boxes, and that's the Avengers 196 first appearance of the Taskmaster. And I've actually already gone ahead and cleaned and pressed this. And I also want to ask if people are interested in me doing a pressing video, just giving some tips. This is like a mid-range copy. It's got a pretty big crease down there. But I felt like this book used to be in high grade, it used to be over $100, which I thought was always kind of crazy. Just because I never thought Taskmaster really became a really big supervillain. But he's a great looking character. I mean, look at him. And this is an awesome cover by George Perez. So it's got a lot going for it that way. But just in terms of the character itself, and how kind of lame he was in the movies, yeah, I don't get it. But that being said, yeah, I gotta admit, he looks great. I was happy to find a few issues of Fables, early issues. I mean, for $1 a piece. I'm still working on this run. We got number 5, number 4, an issue of Super Friends number 37. Later issues in this run are kind of tough, and I've already gone ahead and cleaned and pressed that one. I've already mentioned Ed Hannigan a few times. I hope this glare is not bad. One of my favorite covers done by him, Avengers 223. This does actually have some value too, and it's actually in really nice shape. I don't know what it's $15, $20 book these days for $1. Very happy to pick that up. Got an early issue of Hellblazer. And I'm a sucker for these 1980s film adaptations from Marvel. This is a 2-issue series of Annie, and good grief, that is a terrible looking dog. So second issue. Last issue of the 10 Nights of the Beast storyline, Batman 420. Jim Starlin, Jim Aparo. Great covers by Mike Zeck. Here we got X-Men and the Micronauts. Last issue of this limited series. This is a Canadian newsstand, Canadian price variant. But, I mean, I don't know if it matters for a book like this. We got Bill Sienkiewicz, New Mutants, number 30. Avengers 220, newsstand. Got some really nice Bob Layton Iron Man. No 128, unfortunately. Well, that would have been a heck of a find. But 129, 130, still for $1. Yes. More Ed Hannigan goodness. Avengers 225, also a Canadian newsstand. Really nice shape. Happy about that. Conan the King, number 24. Mike Kaluta, Charles Vest cover. Wow, just a great cover. A lot of these kind of fantasy titles in Marvel, Call the Conqueror, Conan the King, had some really nice covers in the 1980s. So if looking for really nice covers is your thing, check out some of these titles. We got a Blade Runner number 1. Last year, I picked up the number 2. And this year they had a number 1. I mean, it does have some staining and stuff, but that's fine. This is also, in super high grade, can be kind of a... This book does have some value. Yeah, a lot of Blade Runner fans out there. We got What If, number 24. What if Spider-Man had rescued Gwen Stacy? I love What If. Even though this was a beat-up copy, this was one one of the first books I read out of all the stuff that I got that day, and I've had this years ago, but it was nice getting a copy again, even if it's kind of a reader beat up copy. And another new Teen Titans number 21, first appearance of Night Force, Mar Wolfman, Gene Colan, and maybe the first appearance of Brother Blood. But yeah, there you go. Alright, another stack to go through. I haven't unbagged these yet. These are really old bags. Gru number 1, number 3 and number 5. Classic Sergio Aragonés stuff for $1 a piece. Sure, why not? Bill Sienkiewicz, New Mutants. Generally, you could find this kind of stuff in the dollar bins now and then. I got Micronauts number 47. As I mentioned, I've been kind of on a Ed Hannigan kick lately, trying to find some of his stuff. It's a wraparound cover. You don't see that often for 80s books, like regular issues, so happy to find that. Got Dazzler number 21, a photo cover. I'm not really sure why I got that one, but anyways, sure. Avengers Annual number 11, featuring a battle between the Defenders. We got X-Men Annual number 7. A few What If issues, number 21. And these are actually in okay condition. Number 28, this has got a Miller Daredevil story. I remember a long time ago, this actually used to be a pricey book. What If number 32. Now, I did an episode on the Korvac saga, and I think this issue was really a response to maybe some of the readers not being happy with the original ending. Because it did have kind of a, how would you say, not a positive ending. So this rectified that, and this has an outrageous ending. Really loved the original series, and I like this issue as well too. Yeah, even if it's kind of crazy. What If Elektra Had Died? This came out shortly after, I believe, 181, and then of course she came back in 190. Miller Daredevil 173. Like, geez, for $1, man, that's really good. 174 as well. Got a Wolverine crossover issue. Never a big fan of this cover. I always thought his claws, the way that he's holding was kind of weird. Got Daredevil 197, First Lady Deathstrike, maybe, kind of. Some more new Teen Titans, just because I don't have enough, and I've got a lot. Number 9, number 10, which is the second appearance of Deathstroke, the Terminator. Number 12, I love this cover. Just George Perez does these wonderful, versus covers, and this is a great one. We got number 14, number 21 again, and I think I picked up 3 of these. Oof. I also want to mention there was a gentleman that was there at the sale that said that he watches my channel, and that's actually the first time I've run into somebody who watches my channel in Toronto. And I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but we have almost virtually the same taste in comic books. We love all this kind of 70s, 80s stuff, and it was really nice chatting with him. So I hope we can meet up again and talk comics books again. But thanks for saying hello, because it's really nice to talk to other collectors. And I apologize for not getting your name that day. A couple burned Fantastic Four 270, 271. We got the last issue of Hercules, the limited series. This is a Canadian newsstand. We got New Mutants number 2. We have a Gargoyle number 2. John Muth, I think, did this cover. Avengers 183. I don't know if this is Byrne on the inside, or Perez. We got some Avengers. These were double packs. And you know what? Let's just quickly see what's... I suspect it's the other additional issue in these. So you got 215 and you got 216. I don't know if I should... I'm going to keep this out of the bags. Let's look at these bags. Ooh. 217, and I'm going to assume it's 218 in here because there's 2 in here. Let's put this like this. X-Men 209. Marvel Fanfare number 2. The reason why I got this is because I always like to fiddle with my press to see what it can do. And I'm going to see if I can actually press this guy out. But I do love the Michael Golden, the first couple issues. These are some of my earliest comic book memories, so love that book. We got Spider-Woman number 50, last issue. And I can't remember, I watched a video where somebody recommended this just because it was so funny. So I'm happy they added there. Fred Hembeck, Fantastic Four Roast. Looking forward to reading this. John Byrne Champions. Yeah, for $1, why not? And Power Man Iron Fist 57. We have an X-Men crossover. It's got some value. And we have a Todd McFarlane Hulk for $1. Again, not super high grade, but you know what? For $1, that's fine. Some of the books that I've actually gone ahead and rebagged and boarded. Fables 3. We have Fables number 6. Fables number 8. Man, for $1 each. Awesome. Fables number 9. I actually have a lot of the trades, but it's nice having the original issues too. Number 10. One of my favorite all-time Fable stories, The Last Castle. You know, winner of 2 Eisner Awards. This story is so good. So good. Some Hellblazer, number 4, number 6, number 5. And, you know, I made the mistake of not getting the run of this. I got 2 copies of number 1 and number 3, and this is Dark Knight 2. The very, how would you say, underwhelming sequel to Dark Knight 1. And these were $1 each. The cover price on these is like $13 Canadian, I think, or whatever. So I'm annoyed at myself for not, because they had the number 2. I don't know why. I must have got distracted by these different covers. I didn't pick up the 2, but it would have been nice to get the proper set. Mr. X number 3. Vortex, a Canadian comic book publisher. And you have X-Men and the New Teen Titans Marvel and DC present for $1. Like, geez, why not? So there you go. So definitely you can find a lot of great deals when these kind of stores have these kind of sales. But I did limit myself no more than 100 this time because I'm kind of bursting. I'm not bursting at the seams, but it's becoming an issue where I'm buying too many comic books, whether numerically or otherwise. I'm starting to run out of space. But so I decided I'm going to cap it at $100, 100 books. Yeah, let me know how you think I did in the comments below. I think I did really quite well. Really quite happy overall. Some great stuff, great reading material, and more stuff to add to my collection. The place where I purchased these books is called Treehouse Collectibles. They are a store located in the east end of Toronto, and they've been there for a while, and they also sell vinyl and toys. And the toy stuff that they have is pretty awesome. I'll leave information about the store in the video description. They also have an Instagram account where they post information about these sales. So if you are in Toronto, I highly recommend that you follow them. Thanks for watching. If you like this haul video, you can check out another one of my haul videos from the store over here. Until next time, read and enjoy your comic books.